Hello and welcome to another tutorial. This time we are gonna make something more high poly. So we're gonna make a table. We're gonna start with making ourselves a cube. Always make sure to make or use cubes, because cubes are really good because it's square, four-sided. If you got like five-sided and more, then it becomes a problem in the rendering of the object. So I'm gonna make it. And first off, I learned so much in the last few days. Tried to update myself. Haven't used Maya for 1 or 2 years. So I'm holding shift to extrude and then keep faces together. Checked it off. Then hold shift. Okay. Now it's perfect. And then extrude it again. So same thing. You can put it on world. Wow. And extrude it again. See, this is enough. Then shift click, extrude the face. It's really a good way to work. And then we are making like the rounded part you can put things on. So I'm working on a laptop, it's really awkward for me. And shift click to select. Nice. Keep the faces together. And extrude face. Maybe it's a little more heavy. Okay, so we're gonna shift click, extrude face, and the closer it goes, the harder the edge. So this will look nice, I think. Gonna select smooth. See, it's gonna look great. And I can also do it with edge loops. So like so. Then I have to do it on every step, so it's a little, so it's even. And then maybe to this. So this is gonna be more high poly, more work when we UV map. But of course it's gonna look even better. And maybe not so smooth here, or a hard edge here. Then try to scale it in. Scale it in and try to move it. Okay, so I'm just checking it in the top view. Alright, so this is the result I get when I press 3. Now I'm just gonna press 1 again and go to smooth. Mesh smooth. Display, heads up display, poly count. And you see vertices 1386. Just for one table. Okay, so now we're gonna UV map it. Panel, UV texture editor. Automatically mapped. This is probably the top. This is the legs. We can fold those together. Probably we don't need so much space for the underside, so we're gonna have that small, and then try to make up what this is and put it over each other just to save UV space, and select the UVs, control or Ctrl control to shell, and then move things, move and scale, not scale. You don't want to scale it because then one legs get a lot of resolution, one leg get less resolution. And we flip it with hitting this button. Just lay it over, it doesn't need to be 100%. Alright, so this is my result. And scale all at the same time, just to keep everything the same. Go back to my object, right click, object mode, UV snapshot, 512, 512, probably enough for our table. You can have it more high poly or a high res if you want. So then we're gonna go to Photoshop. I'm gonna save this, or go to project window, whatever project name, new, and accept, and then go to set project and select this and hit save. Control S. Delete by type, edit, delete by type, history. Just delete this history and save it again. Now we go to Photoshop. So there we have our UVs. Just make a layer under, fill it with black or gray or something. Then we're gonna find some picture of wood, or like wood with some coloring, some scratches. And we're gonna paint in details in the edges, like highlights, then some dirt. Then it will look really nice. Or textures.com. They got a huge library of textures you can use. Like the main part. Select all with the Ctrl-A and copy and paste. And then translate. Ctrl-0. And then just scale it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably enough. And then select that layer and just move it over. And maybe get rid of this part, because this is gonna show up in the texture. Just gonna clone with pressing S for stamp tool and right click to adjust the size. And then just alt click and paint. And then select this tool. Then Ctrl Shift I. delete. Maybe use that tool again, or you can use the lasso, polygonal lasso. Just delete, deselect it, and just make yourself a basic. These things won't show, but make sure that it's overlapping the UVs, or it's not gonna be like black on the textures. So I got the base texture in, just the planks and the wood. Then we're gonna go to painting in details. Got a lot of things like this one. This will be really nice. Probably use you can just select it and use your scroll wheel. No, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Lighten looks good. And then I'll just paint in the edges, so I'm gonna do that now. Alright, so there's my edges, and now it's just turning down the opacity. Then we're gonna have like a grunge, so I downloaded a grunge map. You find all this in on textures.com. Holding Alt, Ctrl and Shift, then you just move it straight, and then try to do the same the others. This will have a low opacity, so the viewer don't see that we have copied it. And don't crank it up and try to make it really dirty. More realistic that you have a little. The viewer will see it, usually. Now I'm gonna create some dirt on this nail. Just go to drop shadow. There is this noise setting that you can use. As you can see, there's like, and you can adjust the distance and opacity, so it's really nice. Just make it more realistic. You have to have the layer selected. I got some of it. Just delete everything else and try. Let's see here. It doesn't line up perfectly. I have to adjust that maybe. Or it doesn't matter. Okay, this is why we screwed up on the UI map. So I'm probably gonna lose one of those nails. So for the bump, I'm gonna... It's a lot of layers now and I haven't renamed them, but it's not so bad. So color. Just so I can go back to it if I need. And bump. Then adjustment layer, hue and saturation, make it black and white. But first we're gonna level out all the layers. I can show you one layer, then I cut the level, just watch. Okay, probably not the painted parts. Just do it like this. Bring out the detail and do that to every layer you got. This, and then create measure tools, distance tool. Then you can measure this. So it's 100 is 1 meter, 20 centimeters. That isn't much. It should be like half a meter, or so around there. This will help with the lighting. Will look more realistic because the scale is right. Okay, so half a meter tall. Now I'm gonna import it again in Unity. Alright, so now I got the new table. It probably looks more realistic now. I'm gonna create a material first. Create material, right click, and then new material, table. Drag it over to the object. Drag this over to the diffuse. Normal map, fix now. Then go to the, click on the normal map. Turn this down. Create from grayscale. Or this can be on. It's like a quality setting of the texture. So now I need a light, so I'm gonna create a directional light. There we got it. Finished with the bump. When light hit it, it looks really realistic. Wouldn't see the problem with the nail, as long as you have nails there. So down here we got some details. That's the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.